Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This presentation is about the past and future of Muslim Youth and Community Center. Since we started the project, we have always had kids in mind with every step we take within this project, whether in the past or future, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, the project started in 2013 by acquiring 3 acres of land. This is where the masjid, the parking, and the playground are, and at that time we only had one access from Diyat Way. Then, alhamdulillah, we had the opportunity to secure an additional 3 acres of land here through lease to own in 2016, and the purchase was completed in 2020. Alhamdulillah, these 3 acres of land added the soccer field, the additional parking, and the entrance through Kyle Drive that we have right now. This raises the whole masjid land to 6 acres of land. Then, alhamdulillah, last June in 2022, we secured another 2 acres, which is marked in green, and this land actually has double benefit. The first one is that this will allow us to have access to the masjid directly from 401, and the other benefit is that with this land, which is actually a commercial land, we will be able to have a much better connection from this current parking lot to the rest of the parking lot, because as you can see here, the connection from the current parking lot to the land marked in yellow is very narrow in this area right here, so it's not easy to make a smooth connection. In these coming slides, I'll be talking about the liabilities on the masjid. The construction for phase 1 costed $3.6 million, which includes 6 acres of land, finishing everything from the outside and only the masjid from the inside. This includes grading, water and sewer connections, streets, parking, and the water retention pond. To achieve this, we relied on the donations from the generous community, alhamdulillah, and we got a loan of $1.3 million. So far, we paid about $500,000, alhamdulillah, and we still have 13 quarterly payments of $61,000. So inshallah, every year for the next 3 years, we have to pay $240,000 towards this loan. After that, this loan will be finished inshallah. The second liability we have is to pay back the loan we got for this land that's marked in green. This 2 acres of commercial land costs about $632,000, and alhamdulillah, some people donated towards this land, and some people gave us loans and then donated back their loans. We have a balance of $440,000 right now that is due in June 2026, inshallah. This is part of phase 2. Of course, we are all waiting for it to be completed, inshallah. We did submit a permit for the building and the school last December, and it has been going back and forth with the city, which has been very slow. But alhamdulillah, last week we got a few comments left that we need to take care of, so hopefully once we finish, we will get the final approval, inshallah. If this does happen, then we will start the construction right after Eid al-Fitr. This phase, as most of you know, will have the full basketball court, 2 half courts, and this can also be used as an indoor volleyball court. On this side, which is the north side where the playground is, we will have classrooms. So the bottom floor will have 3 classrooms and the top floor will have 2 classrooms, and there will be access to the stairs right here at this door. On the other side, the south side, we will have the shower and locker room, the restrooms, the pre-K and KG classrooms, and a warming kitchen on the bottom floor. And for the top floor, we will be having the conference room, the fitness room, the game room, and the sisters and youth lounge, inshallah. The classrooms that will be on the bottom floor of the south side will be used for babysitting during Tarawih or Jum'ah prayer. Inshallah, this door right here will be the connection from the gym to the lobby. These 2 doors will be the connection from the gym to the musalla, and this door right here will be the exit, inshallah. Right now, the estimated cost is between $700,000 to $800,000. We are waiting for the subcontractors to submit their bids, inshallah. Right now, we don't have the final drawings, so we are waiting for the city to finalize the approval. And once we get the final drawings, we will have an accurate estimate, which should be around this number. We are now preparing for a full master plan of these 8 acres of land, alhamdulillah. Considering what we have right now, which is the masjid, the current parking, and also utilizing the remaining pieces of the land. This master plan, inshallah, will include number one, parking. So we are adding about 280 parking spots besides the 66 parking spots that we currently have here. So inshallah, in total, there will be around 350 parking spots, and these parking spots will all be paved. There will be no dirt parking. We are also adding a paved entrance from 401 and also from Kyle Drive over here. And also we will be adding the expansion of the masjid, inshallah. Hopefully with this big expansion, we can have 2 floors so that we have a good place for the sisters, inshallah, in the future. In the plan, we are also considering having another building for a middle school, and hopefully we can add a high school, which will be kind of challenging, but it is in the plan to be studied for the future. We will also be moving the fields around, so things will not be in the same location. So that's why we are not spending so much money to repair the field, since the master plan has the location changed. We will also be adding the storm water pond. Once we get this master plan approved, we will be executing the plan in phases, inshallah. In this slide, I'll be summarizing the liabilities we have. Alhamdulillah, we have the first loan, which is around $800,000, which is for phase 1 construction. We have the masjid running expenses, which is around $120,000 to $150,000 per year, which is actually very low because we rely mostly on volunteers, alhamdulillah, since the vast majority of people serving you in all of the masjid activities are volunteers. We have the loan for the new land, which we have $440,000 that is due in June 2026. And we have the phase 2 work, which will cost between $700,000 to $800,000. We also have the cash in the bank right now, which is around $670,000. This slide shows you the burden we have on the masjid, which is actually making us work slower than expected because we have to respect our payment to the first loan of phase 1 and also the second loan of the land. Besides, of course, keeping the masjid running, and all the leftover money goes towards the construction. So inshallah, with your donations, we'll be able to pay back the loan and secure funds needed to push phase 2. Inshallah, we will be having 2 fundraisers to help the masjid keep growing and paying the liabilities we have. On April 14th, during Jumu'ah prayers, we will be having a fundraiser to pay off the loans, and on April 17th, during Tarawih prayer, we will be having a fundraiser for the masjid running expenses. Please spread out the word to your friends and families. Whoever is also interested in paying zakatul mal, that can be used to pay the masjid loan or masjid construction, inshallah. Please donate generously so that we are able to pay our debt and are able to finish phase 2. Jazakallah khair.